I'm in the booth. Don't shoot. Which I need some proof.
Introducing
Watch my
the
videos,
2
man.
racks a
2
week
racks a week
challenge.
Ronnie Speed, yeah, Ronnie Speed. When I drive, I make
video, and then where you were just showing all your 2500. I said, okay, all right. I said I can get with that.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
When I drive, I make 2 racks a week. Ronnie Speed, yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours, 2 racks
All right,
a week.
let's get it. Man, what's going on, people? Drum roll. Ronnie Speed coming back. Man, you know what time it is, man. Here we have another winner from the 2 racks a week challenge. Here we have Megan. Megan, I'm gonna let you do your own, introduction. Do a quick introduction. Let the audience know what platform you drive on, how long you've been driving, and your location.
I'm in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
I pretty much do all of Florida though. I do both platforms, Uber and Lyft, and I've been driving off and on for 6 years, full time for the last 3 months.
Okay, nice. Well, congratulations once again. And before we get started, let the audience know exactly how many hours did you drive and how much money did you make?
So this week that you grabbed was a very unique week. I think I was online for Uber a total of 15 hours and Lyft like 4.5. So like in 20 hours, I made 2 racks. And I would have kept going. I would have went the full 60, but I was like, you know what, chick, you need a break and you
Okay.
deserve it. And I did that.
Okay, well, congratulations and not too shabby. How
Really
exactly?
though. That's exactly 20 hours.
Yeah, how exactly did you make so much in that short amount of time?
So Lyft had a promo and I wasn't even sure about it, right? They kept saying 5 rides, 1,500. And I was like on Lyft and I couldn't get a ride, but the promotion was getting ready to end. And so I was like, you know what? Just stay online. Don't do nothing else. Sit there until you get your 5 rides. On ride number 5, I was about to get a weird one, some kind of crazy pickup on the highway. I canceled that because I was like, this is a test. I don't know. Then I got my 5th ride, 6th ride, and 7th ride. And I said, wait a minute, log off right quick and check your balance. I checked my balance, BS you not. It was like $15.97.
Okay.
And I was all the way out in Kissimmee at that point. So I was like, all right, cool. Bet. And then I did a couple more Uber rides and I cashed out right away and it was in my account.
Okay. To make sure you get it, huh? You ain't want no hiccups.
I was like really thinking it was fake. And ever since that, I've been trying to get people on that code, like my refer a friend code. I've been trying to get people to do it. 5 rides. I hit the 5 rides at the 2.5 hour mark.
Okay.
So, and I took screenshots and stuff like that. And I took screenshots of my bank account. And I'm telling people like, hey, come get this money.
Okay.
You know, like, why not?
Yeah. Well, like I said, congratulations. And since you've been doing it for 6 years, what made you even get into doing ride share in the first place?
Okay, so my son is 10. So 6 years ago, he was 4. And so for me, it was the fact that I was a mom and I wanted to work from home. This is before the pandemic. And I wanted that option. So I started doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. And so that was a comfortable way for me to bring him along. And we just did deliveries at first. And then I ended up adopting my nephew for a short time. And he was a baby. He was like 18 months. And so I had my baby. I had my 4-year-old. I'm riding around with kids in the car. They see the kids. I'm getting great tips. And so I'm like, this was just a great way. We were bonding. And I loved it then.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I see even some people out here do that. And also it was a guy who I interviewed. He does that, like, I think his name is Frederick. Shout out to him. He take his daughter along, and it is a good way to make money. And It's like nothing can stop you. And it's like the people who truly want it, they would figure things out. You know, they'll put the kids and bring the kids, you know, along with them. And I think that's great because it's like not only are you making money, but it's like you instilling those type of disciplines, you know, within your children. So that's pretty
Yes,
good.
yes.
So
My son literally tells people he wants to be an Uber driver now.
okay. So when exactly did you switch over to just strictly doing rides?
When I got my new car and it
Okay.
was eligible.
Hmm.
And so I just tried it. I was in Lake Mary at the time and I didn't understand like the demographic differences. So I didn't make any money out in Lake Mary. So I just kept doing my job. I had a good job. I was making good money. And
Hmm.
so it was real cushy work from home. And so I was like, you know what? I could do overtime if I need extra money. And so I paused for a minute and then I started getting really, really tired of having a boss.
Right.
And I mean, like my anxiety was bad. I wasn't even coming to work sometimes, how bad. I would just lay in the bed, how sick I was. And so I said, I need money,
Right.
right? And I'm watching your videos. I'm getting inspired. I'm getting like, hey, you know, get up, get out, let's get this money. So I didn't go to work one day and I was like, you know what? It's midnight. Let me get on Uber and start making some money. And I worked
Okay.
12 hours and I bullshit you not. I'm sorry for cussing. I
You
made
good.
$400
Okay.
that
Not
first
too
week.
shabby. Yeah.
Not too shabby, right? And so and that time that I had brought my son with me. I didn't realize you can't bring kids with you when you're doing rides, but they was tipping like crazy. So I
Okay.
think that's what helped it. Couple more days in, one of my passengers gave us COVID.
Okay.
And so I already had made it up in my mind that I was going to quit my job.
Hmm.
But my job had told me because I did a no call, no show, even though I was in the hospital and almost dead, that I was to be let go.
Hmm.
And I was not worried. I was not scared. I knew that Uber had my back at that point. In that 3 days time, I had already made 1,200. So I had took the 2 weeks off like I was supposed to. I ended up putting some plastic barrier in my car during
Hmm.
my, you know, recovery time. And I put some signs up, tips are appreciated, blah, blah, blah. We recovered from COVID, we went back into it.
Okay. Hey, I like it. Hustlers mindset, winning mindset. You know, that's what it's truly about. So I remember you said earlier, like once you cashed out, you showing your friends, you know, hey, get out here, get this money. Uh, how did they react to that? Like once you was showing them how much money you made, and also like once you told them, like, you know what, I'm about to drive, you know, do rideshare full time. What type of things did they say about that?
You know what, Ronnie Speed? I'm gonna tell you about people and money.
Okay.
I don't know why, but people are scared of making money. I had a good job when I was working for this cable company, and they was hiring like crazy. I'm talking about $20 an hour plus $4,000 a month commission. So
Mm.
you guaranteed this, and you working from home, and they didn't want to jump on that. I mean, I'm telling you, I make money opportunities everywhere I go. I do mechanical work on the side. I do all kind of stuff. I will
Okay.
make some money. I remember the plasma center even had like $1,000 promotion going on. Like if you just want to sit there and put a needle in your arm, come get some money. Nobody wants to make money. Nobody, like a job, a Uber or whatever. It's I don't know. I told my best friend she had an excuse. I told my mom she had an excuse. I told my stepmom he had an excuse. It took me telling my passengers, like I showed a dude and he was I'm getting texts from the passengers like, oh, he's on his fourth ride, he's almost at his point. You know, I'm getting those. So
Hmm.
believe it or not, like the strangers are the ones that are more interested
Yep.
than your own people.
Hmm. I agree. Why do you think that is?
Number one, I think a lot of people are scared of corporate America. They're scared of making money. They're scared of they're ashamed to make money. Like they're just so scared of it. Like I read a bunch of books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad,
Hmm.
Dave Ramsey, you know, Success to Rich and all that. And I feel like if you're a good person and you're a responsible person, it's your responsibility to make money. Because
Yeah.
if you leave it up to all the evil people to have all the money, then you got evil rich people running the world. So I feel like it is don't be so scared to make money. Like get out
Mhm.
there and get it. I'm not scared of people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not scared of being in danger. So that's not the issue. You just got to get up and do it. Like you say, like put your 12 in. Are you really dedicating yourself? Don't come
Right.
out here for 2 hours and start complaining.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So since you've been doing this for a few years, how like what keeps you like consistent, keep you driven, keep you out there going? It's like hustle, 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 make money, provide for your family. Like what is your why?
Honestly, if I'm being totally honest, like
Hmm.
I really love shopping. I have a
Okay.
serious shopping addiction. So I love to buy things for myself. 2 years ago, um, I was getting ready to buy my dream car.
Hmm.
And I was trying to save up $20,000 because I wanted to pay cash.
Hmm.
I got a phone call from Bariatric Treatment Center. I was 365 pounds at the time.
Hmm.
And the lady told me, I haven't spoken to you in 10 years. Are you ready to get this surgery? And I said, well, I've been saving this money for my car. And she offered me a finance program, but I ain't with none of that finance. I'm ready to pay the cash, right?
Hmm.
She said, you got two options. You can go to Miami or go to Mexico. Mexico was the cheaper option. I picked that. I said, if God want me to have this car, he'll let if God want me to have this surgery, he'll let me still get my car. So I went to Mexico, had my surgery. 2 days after I came back, and I was driving away off the car lot with my dream car. So
Okay.
I've already hit my goal. I've lost 155 pounds. I still got more to go.
Hmm.
So I'm already, rolling with that. Next step is the house. Next step is I'm getting a Range Rover, and
Okay.
all of that stuff is just falling into place because, like you say, if you write your plan down and you write your goals down and you stay consistent, okay, I made 2,000 this week. I'm gonna put 1,000 to this and the other 1,000 to bills. 1,000 to this, another 1,000 to bills. Keep you a little $500-600 aside for shopping and mad money and whatever else you want to buy, and just keep it moving.
Right. Man, well, shout out to you for losing that weight, man. That's such a milestone, and
Thank you.
that's fantastic, man. That's one of the best
No,
things I've
I
heard since I've been
see
doing
you,
these
man.
calls.
You be out here with the push-ups. I
Hmm.
be out here with the crunches.
Okay.
That's what I be doing. I say, okay, he's gonna get his arms right. I'm about to get this stomach right.
Okay. You do the crunches in between trips?
If I have
Oh,
time in
okay,
between
okay.
trips, because Uber in Orlando is nonstop. But if I'm sitting there at a red light, I will.
Right,
I
right.
do the super crunches. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn, that's awesome. Thanks. So, and I remember you earlier. You mentioned, I guess driving out late, not having, people in your car as a woman. What type of advice would you give to like aspiring women who see this type of content and then like, damn, I want to do like either Uber, Lyft, maybe DoorDash, but they have some type of fear, maybe like, oh well, people are getting robbed and it may be dangerous because I'm a woman. What type of advice would you give to them?
I'm so glad you asked me that question because a lot of women, a lot of passengers ask me that question.
Hmm.
And the truth is, you're never going to know when something bad is going to happen to you. Okay. So I wouldn't let your job stop you from making your money and your dreams come true. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to say follow your instincts. If your instincts are off, you can end the ride at any time. There has been times I've used the emergency call system, the ADT security system will come and find you exactly where you are. The police will come and find you, and they do follow-ups too. They do follow cars around Orlando on occasion. I've been followed by quite a few ADT cars. I can
Okay.
recognize it because I can spot, a follow car. And also, one thing I recommend, I always keep my fob
Hmm.
on my person. Okay. I have keyless entry. That's another thing. I do have a partition wall I bought from Home Depot for 50 bucks.
Okay.
Um, I also get out of the car. I get in and I get out. When somebody puts something in my trunk, I lift up the tailgate. I see what they're putting in my car. I size them up. I open the door. I let them in. I recognize body language.
Hmm.
I can tell if somebody's being a little bit private, a little bit, too open. If I get a bad sense, like the other day, I had a really bad sense about a guy. He was just doing the most, asking some really weird questions. I keep them open ended. Um, Never go home with anybody, never take anybody's number. If you feel some type of way and you got to take somebody's number, I have a business phone I use for stuff like that, and I just block them later.
Okay.
Um, always drive with 2 phones. I drive with 3.
Okay.
This phone is my Uber phone. The phone you're on stays on my dash. So I use it as a dash camera. I also use it for Amazon Music. I use it for, if it's a long trip, I let them watch Disney movies. And then if my car, for God forbid, does get stolen, there's GPS tracking, find my device. My third device is hidden in my car.
Okay.
Okay. And once again, don't be afraid to size this person up. Look at them, see what they're doing. I keep the top dome light on, and I have floodlights on that I installed in the back of my car as well.
Okay.
So I could see at all times.
Okay.
I communicate halfway through the trip. Hey, is everything going okay? If I pass a car accident, I turn the music down. Hey, just so you guys know, there's a car accident on the right-hand side, turn it back up. They know I'm alert. Okay. And it's all instinct. If you and also too, when women come in the car and they're acting weird, they're like, oh my God, let me check the plates, or here's my PIN number, and they're acting all scared towards me, I reassure them and I say, you're right. You should be scared. I'm not going to do anything to you, but I think you should always have your guard up. And so I constantly have that reassurance. Good. Keep your head on a swivel. Look behind you. Look around you. See what's going on.
Man, that is some expert level game. Wow. I might have to clip this. And we may have to do like a channel or a show, like just, inspiring like other women to get into this, because a lot of them think, oh, it's dangerous, or they just don't want to do it. But it's like anybody could do it. You just got to be disciplined, and you got to have a vision on how you want your life to be set up. And it's money out here. So in your opinion, why do you think people haven't or don't make $2,000 in a week?
Consistency. It's exactly boils down to consistency. Unfortunately, even in the regular job field, like I see people coming late to work, not coming at all, no call, no show. If you're doing that on Uber, you're doing that to yourself.
Yep.
You're only hurting yourself. And you mess around and let your account go too low. Now you can't even get gas. Now you can't even pay the phone bill.
Yep.
Now you gonna Uber. Come on now. Always keep you some money set up, cash set up, and always keep you some money on a credit card too, because you never know. Car might break down.
Right.
Never know. Credit card. I had an incident at the airport. Credit card machines wasn't working. No Wi-Fi. I had to use cash to pay for my gas. Luckily, I had a little something on me.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's like you always say, it's consistency. Even when I get tired, I watch your videos and I hear you, come on, 2X.
Yeah, it's like you got to, because and the thing is, it's you versus you. I mean, that's why people don't make money. They can sit up here and say and have all these stories. It's too much competition. It's not worth it. It's a scam. But at the end of the day, it's like you in control of your life. I mean, if you fell short, it's all on you. So like you said, what I found interesting is the people who I have met who used to do this or were currently doing it, all these excuses. Only thing you have to do, let me see your earnings, 17 hours and 4 days. Like, what are you doing? You working like a 16-year-old, And like 16-year-olds, they work part-time, they work more hours than this. So you got to be structured. You got to be disciplined. And a lot of people cannot handle the autonomy. They sit up here and be like, oh, will you control your schedule, self-employed? That's good. I want to do that. Do you really want to do it? Like, are you really going to be disciplined? Are you really going to get out of bed when you have to?
Are you going to chase somebody? Like,
yeah, you got to seize it.
Excited. I'm finna go get this money.
Yeah.
I get up, sleep for 5 hours, get ready for 1 hour, and hit that road.
Yep.
I'm excited. I love the quest. I love the Uber quest. And then now I'm about to be Uber Diamond. you know, when you hit that little airport button, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how it is at LAX, but how it is at MCO, there's
Mm-hmm.
106 to 206 Uber cars in the queue ahead of you.
Right,
But
right.
once you hit Uber Diamond, oh, I was flying to the head of the line, $100 trip. I took $100 trip to Lakeland,
Okay.
and then the one back, and the one back is always more,
Okay.
and a bunch in between.
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna end my day like at 2 p.m. I ain't end my day till 4 p.m. because I was too busy making money.
I know exactly how it is. Because some days, like even like today for me, I started by the time I got done charging, it was like 6 a.m. when I started. And I looked up, I'm like, damn, it's almost 2 o'clock. Like today just went by fast. And it's like sometimes you just have to like, all right, I'm about to be done. This is the last trip. I had a good day. You know, I'm about to just like chill out, man. Enjoy the rest of the day. So I see you really enjoying it. What are some like how has, doing rideshare, changed your life? Because if you look at other content, like other channels, it's about a lot of bad information, a lot of people complaining, not satisfied. But how's it benefited you in your life?
Honestly, I kind of love it when they complain because I
Mhm.
eat that energy. I'd be like,
Mhm.
oh, so you don't want to go get this money? Good, I'm gonna go get it. Cause it stays busy.
Mhm.
Non-stop. I keep getting it, tap, tap, tap. 1 minute away, 1 minute away, 1 minute away, 1 minute away. 5 minute trips. Boom, 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 boom. Making money nonstop.
Yep.
So if you don't get online, I'm gonna get your money for you.
Tell them.
I work 9 to 9 at night. I work 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. typically.
Okay.
So I really don't be dealing with competition like that.
Mhm.
And people don't know that's 3 a.m. Boy, them airport rides be coming in. They
Mhm.
juke from 3 to 6. And then from 6 to 9, I get all the people going to work.
Yep. Especially at MCO, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
They just opened up Terminal C. It's on and popping.
Yep. And that's why I stress to people, put in 10 to 12 hours. Try to do the maximum so you can learn your market. And the more you are out there, the more you will start to learn. Try different times, so you can see what's beneficial for your schedule, or you can see, oh damn, like you said, 3 a.m. Oh, the airport runs is popping. So if you're not putting in the work, you would never reap these type of benefits. So even if it's slow, just stick out there and just see what happens. Try your best. I think that's the most important thing. Even if you come up short of $2,000, as long as you tried your best, that's the most important thing. Trying your best, being consistent, and pursuing something outside of like driving. Like you got to have like something like a strong why, something that's gonna pull you because it's gonna get hard. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna be very monotonous, like because you're gonna be driving like another day. But it's sometimes the time I'm about to go home. Like I remember like a week or two ago, I was thinking about going home. I'm like, oh, I got to ride to the airport, so I'm waiting for the guy. Then he noticed me. He followed my channel. Then he was just saying how much, I inspired him and how he started driving, started making $2,000, and stuff like that. It makes you feel good and it's impactful. You like, man, nah, I'm about to stay out here, like, cause the work is being put in and people are following it, and that's what it's about, man. That's what it is about. But damn, you do the late nights. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I like the late nights. It's hot in Florida. It's 106 on a good day. So it's cooler at night. It's a lot. I don't know what it is too, but each ride you make a little bit more money, I noticed too.
Hmm.
So I go after the money shifts. Plus, like they always have some kind of bonus, right? I live in the hood, so there's always a bonus right going on right here in the hood.
Hmm.
And then there's always a bonus going on Universal and downtown, and I'm right in the middle of both of those. So if
Okay.
it ain't one in my hood, it's one right there, it's one right there. It's something always cracking. And then if
Okay.
you just keep catching them rides, like I'll end up in Daytona, Tampa, Miami, and then just ride my way back, destination mode, and keep making my money.
Yep. I like it. I forgot to ask you, how did you come across my channel?
I YouTubed tips on how to make money, maximizing money on Uber. And so I listened to a few things and they were giving good tips, good advice, but your energy, the way you come, you have no you're not pitying these people. You're not babying these people. You out here like, come on and get this money. And if
Yeah.
you don't get this money, it's your own fault. You know, and I like that. I need that. That's that lion mentality. That's that alpha male energy. I love it. Okay.
Hmm.
So I thrive off of it. Hey, come on, let's go. Let's drive.
Okay. Thanks. Shit, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And people need to hear this because it's like I said, it's so much bad information. And prior to me even making my content, it used to piss me off when I used to meet people. Well, I know I had a friend who drove, or I used to drive, but I started doing spreadsheets and crunching the numbers. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I know you have never driven more than me. It's like, so you don't know what you're
Right.
talking about. You just a nerd. Like, it's money out here. If you can't make money, like I always say, they give you 12 hours a day before they require you to take a 6 hour break. So if you can't make money in 84 hours, you a loser. I mean, some markets may be different. You can't maybe not make $2,000, but you got 84 hours, and I'm pretty sure most people have never driven 84 hours. So, you got to be careful with the things that you telling yourself because, your subconscious mind will believe it, regardless if it's right or wrong. If you telling, oh, it's not enough money out here, shit, you
But
already
I think
lost.
that's still an excuse too. Turn on both apps at the
Yeah.
same time. Tap the first ride that come, turn off the other one. You
Hmm.
know, I can see like you first time out there don't want to be doing all this with the phones, but that's why I drive with two phones. Cause boom, Lyft. Okay, I call a Lyft. Boom, I call an Uber. You know, I don't need to do that because it's busy here. But if I did, I could.
Right.
You know, so I don't know, man. It's money out here to be made. You can make so much money out here in Florida. They cater to small businesses. You can get a truck and go out there and mow lawns if you want to. You know,
Mm.
it's just some people out here to me, it's just lazy.
Yep.
Bottom line. And then they doubt themselves,
Yep.
self-doubt. And it's like, and they care too much about what other people think. Who cares? Who cares? My whole family drives. My whole family got what they call the CDLs. My
Hmm.
uncle used to drive trucks, and I used to do his taxes, and he made over $150,000 driving semis. But when I got done with his taxes, his take home was like 21 G's after all his expenses. And I said, "Hey, Unc, you're really not making a lot of money, but you do what you want to do. You just really not maximizing on the money that you could be making." And this is before Uber, and
Right.
so he had a talk with me. He ended up changing positions and started working for the city. And at the time, $58,000 was a good job for working for the city. So he just listed that little bit of financial advice I had gave him, and he tripled his income.
Hmm.
And sometimes you got to look at things like that. Like, don't worry about what people think and what's clout and all of that. Get this money, however you got. I don't care if you're cleaning houses. My grandma owned a cleaning company, okay? And they was making over six figures.
Yeah.
So it don't matter what you do, just do it
Yep.
and do the best that you can do at it.
100% agree. And you're right. A lot of people they get caught up into like the job titles. Cause even like when I first started driving, I'm like, okay, I'm about to drive Uber. What? That's not a real job. Like, why would you do that? I'm like, you don't like a lot of people don't understand the money that you can make, but they just latch on to the job title. It's like people are trained to be a certain way. And if you don't, follow like the trends or like conform what everybody else is doing, it's like you an outsider, which is fine. I like being an outsider. I don't really like
I know.
conforming.
I blame school because they teach you to go to school and get a good job and be a manager. I blame schools.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
School my son. I have two college degrees, so I don't want to diss education,
Yeah, yeah.
but they're training people to be employees. They're not
Exactly.
training people to be individual thinkers.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
and then when you start thinking individually, and you start looking at the math, is the math mathing?
Yep. That's all that matters. is the numbers working? Because when I first started driving, the person who put me on, I'm looking at what he was making part time, like 1,200, 1,400. So I'm just instantly taking my calculator, punching in the numbers. I'm like, damn, you can make this. So
Seven.
I didn't care. I didn't care about no job title as long as I can make money. Like I'm cool because once you get paid, you go to your bank account. Only thing you see is the dollar amount. It don't say, oh, this occupation. So I don't care. Like as long as I'm making money, that's the most important thing. And if y'all want to latch onto the job titles and all this, that's perfectly fine. Like I want to make my money and be
And they are
happy and have
opening
my
a lot
time.
of housing opportunities for Uber drivers.
Hmm.
The place I bought my car from, they said, "Are you an Uber driver? Are you an Uber driver? We got finance options for Uber drivers." So there are certain things that Uber's drivers can do here in Florida, at least, and have a lot of respect for,
Hmm.
because they know, like the real big major companies do know that if people are out here really making 2-3 racks a week on Uber, if you're working, anyways.
Yep. Just got to get out there and get it done. Uh, Before we get up out of here, what are like three major characteristics in your opinion you think a successful driver may need?
Three things
Hmm.
for a successful driver. Hmm, I dang, that's actually, you stuck me. I'm gonna go back to consistency.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with consistency all the time. Being consistent, not stopping, staying alert, maxing out on your DOT. Um, there is certain thing, like you said, a lot of people don't have the discipline to be a driver. When you said that, I thought about my uncle driving semis, and I thought about how many months he would be gone from the house.
Hmm.
And I'm not gone from my house for months. I'm only gone from my house for 12 hours. Christopher, my son, honey, we're on a video chat. Oh, I want some ice. Okay, baby, in a minute, okay? Oh, no, you just go wait over there. My phone. Oh my God. Sorry.
No, it's good.
That's
It's all good. I can cut
that's
that
one of
part
my
out.
whys. Like you say,
Okay.
have a
Yeah.
why. So when I had a kid, a lot of things changed.
Hmm.
Yeah, lost a lot of friends in a good way.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of family in a good way.
Hmm.
So yeah, do what you need to do. And I don't like being broke either. So I
Okay.
like money, man. I like
Yeah.
money. I like shopping. I like doing what I want to do. I'm about to get a range. Are you kidding me? Like,
Exactly. Yeah. You creating visions. Yeah. My three characteristics, like the RVL, like readapting your mindset. Like you gotta readapt your mindset. That's important because that's where the whole process begins. You seeing people out here that's in the same industry, or you thinking about getting to this industry, obviously, if you coming across this type of content. So readapting your mindset is number one because everything that you are told from like school, education systems, to some degree, you're probably not gonna use most of that stuff. So change your mind. One, most importantly, about yourself. Put yourself out there, know that you can do it. You can be disciplined, be courageous, get out there and get it done. Nobody's going to fix your life. Nobody's coming to save you. Forget all the negative content out here. People talking shit is not worth it. Only you could determine if it's worth it or not based on your mindset, your work ethic, how creative you are. What else are you putting your time towards? Like, what are you trying to build? Like, don't just be out here just driving first and foremost. So readapt your mindset. But okay, I could do this. Start planning and structuring out your life. So which brings to the next one, the vision. You definitely need some type of vision on how you want to live. Think about it. Really think about this. Because most people have never thought about it. And the reason why I know is because I start to interview people. Like I've done like 28,000 plus trips. So over the years, it's like I've been doing inventory, get to learn about people. You get to ask them questions, what gets them going, and the things that they truly want to do. Most people are too afraid to even start them. I thought about it, but it's always a but. There's always some excuse. There's always some limited belief. It's always some fear. So create a vision on how you want to live and try to figure out what you good at as far as like some type of skill set or some type of knowledge that you may know. more than I guess whoever may be potentially buying from you, and try to monetize that. And that way, the vision will help you when you out there. Because now, if you just out there driving, like I said, it will get boring. You're like, man, it's not even worth it because it's like you spinning your wheels. It's not. It's like you're not seeing any type of results that your work is putting in. So vision is definitely important, and take constant action. Just take constant action. It's gonna be ups and downs. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna be all perfect because it's not. It's gonna be hell. It's gonna be ups and downs, but you could definitely do it. It's like start doing inventory yourself. Hold yourself accountable. No, don't. Everything is your fault. The good, the bad. Everything is your fault. So just accept it. Whatever good
Mhm.
happens is your fault. If it bad happen, it's your fault to some degree, and you can fix it. So don't get discouraged. I mean, if you really want to be successful, you really want true freedom, you're gonna have to earn it. I mean, if you don't want to earn it, then you know what's waiting for you. I mean, more than likely a job that you could maintain, you could live good and have a pretty good earning. But I think most people who are driving is something in them is that's telling them that they want more. They just don't know how to get it. And you got to figure it out. So take action, and once you start seeing those results, it's like you'll start to like levitate, and then like it's all worth it. Then driving will become easier for you because like you just invincible now. You're like, fuck, like look all this stuff I'm doing, like how much growth I had over the years, and that's the most important thing. People have to look at it as a journey. Like you are on a journey to become successful. That's it. Like 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. I love that. Like, get rich or die trying. Like, what's your journey? If you're not trying to get rich and die in the process, shit, what else you doing? Like,
Yeah.
like
I
I'm a
love that, not to wish anything bad on you, but I love that your car broke down. And I
mhm,
love that you sat up there and showed everybody that I don't even care about this car like that. The car is a tool.
yeah.
I can make money whatever I do. In Orlando, you can drive Uber on a bicycle. Okay. You can really make money doing anything. And I
hmm
love that you got out here and got that Tesla. And you said, hey, listen, I made more in my Prius. So you letting people know, like, it's not all about that clout. It's about that money. What's gonna get you to your goals faster?
Yeah. Yep. It's about money and the mindset. And that's just how it is. A lot of y'all just gotta, start to think differently and let some of that like the past go, and get this money out here. It's a lot of money to be made, and more importantly, as you begin this journey, you will start to change. If you really care about life and you really want to better yourself, you will grow in the process because people will help you grow. People will like humble you to some degree. You get so many different personalities, so many different people coming to your car. They sharing information, even if they're not talking, you still receiving information based off body language and how they act and everything. So you will learn about people, more importantly about yourself. You're like, why am I getting this upset about this? Like, why am I acting this way? Like, let me not, you know, uh, turn up because it's not even worth it for my peace. So, and that's something like the life lessons that I've learned from doing this. Everybody to some degrees on a similar paths. We just make our money differently, and so don't be discouraged or don't listen to all the negative people like, oh, that's not a real job. I mean, you can make money and like I said, just do other things in
Yeah,
the
you can
process.
network. You never know who you talking to. It
Mhm.
was a guy got in my car, I told him I was starting up a moving company, and he actually gave me a link to the Uber, or not, excuse me, the U-Haul movers help. So now I got a free app to advertise my moving company.
Okay.
Okay. And then another guy was talking about TSA Pre. He gave me the link to TSA Pre.
Yep.
And so now I know how to get Skip Cloud or whatever, because they
Yeah. Yeah.
expensive. Go do TSA Pre. That lasts 5 years. Boom, you in and out the countries, passing through customs and whatever. You never know who you talk to. Another guy from Lyft told me, oh, you can get tickets to Puerto Rico right now for 120 round trip. I booked it. My birthday next month.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Network.
people networking, and they would share information, and that's a valuable thing. Don't be, because people be like, oh, I don't want to talk to people. I don't like people. Like, how can you not like people? It's part of life. If you don't like people, how can you build a successful life? You have to like people. You have to network, and I don't see
You
how
can
people
fake
just,
it too.
yeah.
You can pretend. I like that one say you said pretend to be whoever you want to be.
Yeah,
Make
you
up a
can lie.
story.
I've
It'd
been
be
all kind of
funny.
people. Yeah, I tell people, like, a lot of people don't even know my name when they get like, "What's your name?" I just tell my name Willie. Like, they don't know. You can have fun with it. People, they not creative. They just too, black and white. Like, have some fun. You are spending, a lot of time in the car, a lot of time doing this. You got to find ways that you can actually enjoy it for yourself and passengers, because they get a kick out of humor and having a good time. People get in my car and start cracking jokes or start cussing. It's like, oh yeah, I like this guy. He's relatable,
Yeah,
because everybody trying to worry about being too politically correct and liked, and it's like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna be me, and that's
yeah. You
that's just
can,
how it
you can
is.
play the Amazon music that has the cuss words,
Yeah.
or I can put on a comedy show or something like that.
hmm
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Always be yourself. So yeah, before we get up, any last words that you want to tell, like the existing drivers, or the new drivers that's may come across this uh content, and who's thinking about driving?
Well, I must say for the new drivers, just get your feet wet, learn the app, figure it out, and get out here work. And then figure out a strategy after the fact. For the drivers that's been driving, you better watch yourself because I'm coming for you.
Ooh. See the face, she's serious too. Yeah. So, yep. So far, she has been the third woman to make $2,000. So, anybody could do it, man. Men, women. It's all about the mindset, the willingness to win, the willingness to achieve that goal. So, it's up to you to figure it out. Nobody gonna give it to you. If you want it, you'll figure out a way to get it. And I'm gonna just end it at that, man. Want to thank you again, Megan, for coming on. This has been an honor. It's been a good conversation. You was dropping some knowledge. Ambitious as hell out there trying to get it. I fuck with it. So
Mhm.
until next time. Oh, let me put the glasses on. Actually, I got headphones. Forget it. See y'all next time. Over and out. Oh, she put the glasses. I gotta put the
So
glasses.
we was doing it.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Until next time. Over and out.
Two Rex.
2 Rex. Peace.
Racks a week. Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours.